Hello, sellers. A very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Malvika, and I welcome you all to the online training of seller preparations for Amazon Great Indian Sale Festival.
Thanks, Malavika. Very good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to have you here. Before we start on the presentation, let me give a brief intro about myself. I'm Deepak. I work with Amazon Marketplace team. I manage kitchen category, which comes under the home and kitchen that we are going to discuss today. Thanks for joining. I'm sure you will find this session very informative and you will be getting ready for Diwali through this session. If you have any questions, you may post it in the chat window and we will take it up at the end. Cool. So let's start with the session. Okay. So I mean, as you all know, it's a great Indian festival, right? I think, and the complete population of India is aware of the e-commerce now, and they know about Amazon, and they are very much aware of Amazon's Great Indian Festival sale that comes around the Diwali time, right? So let me just give a brief about what happens during the Great Indian Festival. So the Great Indian Festival for Amazon is the biggest shopping season of the year. Every year we break all our previous milestones during this event, and this has been always been our biggest shopping season of the year. And this year also we are very hopeful that this will be again the biggest shopping season of the year. And we are working with you. I mean, we have the support of seller partners, and through that we will be able to serve our customers, and we are sure that we will improve our customer experience again yet another year this time. And so during this Great Indian Festival, we typically see customer visits increasing multiple fold. So I mean, I don't want to quote these numbers, but I think you yourself would have seen as a seller, you would have seen in the past, or you would have heard about how many customer visits or how much multifold this customer visits will increase. You being a customer, you would have seen how big it's going to be, right? And the third biggest point of this event is that this will give you an opportunity to engage with evolved e-commerce shoppers. So when we talk about evolved e-commerce shoppers, the shoppers or the customers who have been with our online platform for the last 5-10 years to the ones who have done one or two transactions. At the same time, this is an opportunity for you and for us to take e-commerce to the new customers. We see a lot of new customers coming onto our platform, a lot of new customers coming onto e-commerce, a lot of customers coming onto Amazon, a lot of new customers doing their first ever transaction in an e-commerce. And we always want to have a seamless experience for them with no technical error, so that like they are more confident of the ecosystem and with Amazon, which is a fuel for the growth of e-commerce platform and for Amazon, right? Another significant point to note is that during this Amazon Great Indian Festival, we see customers show very high purchase intent. We typically see the basket size of customers growing, and right now during this time when we see that e-commerce is the way uh, with, with contactless delivery through Amazon, we see even more customers coming on to platform during this sale. So that's why we are very confident that this Great Indian Festival will be yet another milestone in India's history of e-commerce. So I'll just give a brief about the business unit that we are going to talk today. While we have told about home and kitchen, the home and kitchen business unit has 9 categories. The first one being home, the second one being kitchen. Kitchen includes home appliances, kitchen appliances, and kitchen non-appliances. The third one is home improvement. Fourth one is lawn and garden and outdoor. Automotive, major appliances or large appliances. Furniture, business and industrial supplies, and sports and fitness goods. So we'll cover home, kitchen, home improvement, lawn and garden, and sports in this session. Yeah. So I'll give a growth story of this business unit, or all the nine categories that we spoke about. So if you see, we are at a 3-year CAGR compounded annual growth rate is at a 60% year-on-year growth. That's what we have seen over the last 3 years. And now in this financial year, post lockdown, this is this has crossed even 100%. So right now we are trending at more than 2 times of what we have been doing last year in this business unit. This is also due to the customer purchase trends where they have confidence on Amazon ecosystem, and then we were also able to win their trust with us. So that's what has helped us to do this. And most importantly, it's you sellers who have helped us to make this graph. This is your success here. And yeah, and in terms of category growth, you have seen. I mean, in this graph here, you can see each category's growth post and pre-lockdown. While overall OHL, like I said, is growing at 2x. Here you can see this at 2.8, furniture at 2.2 times, lawn and garden at 2.4 times, home improvement at 2.1 times, etc. So almost all the categories are more than 1.5 times. You can see that automotive, but I'm very hopeful that automotive is also going to get revived because we are seeing news reports that in this September first 15 days we have seen increase in the consumption of fuels, which is automotive category. So there we are hopeful that in this month and next month we are going to see a drastic growth in the automotive category as well. Yeah, like I said in this first webinar today, we are covering home, kitchen, home improvement, lawn and garden, and sports. In the second webinar on 22nd of September, we are covering large appliances, furniture, automotive, and business and industrial supplies. So the agenda of today's discussion will be a category overview where I will be taking through the top subcategories of these 5 categories that we spoke about. Then we will help you with inventory planning, how and deals, how can you configure your deals and increase the visibility, how can you configure coupons, and how can you advertise yourself, your products, and to get more traffic and then to get more orders. So I'll start with home. So in this presentation, we are covering very few subcategories in each of these categories. However, I'm sure you as a seller, you are aware of the Seller Central portal where you can see the complete list of subcategories that comes in each of the GLs, so each of the categories. So we'll start with home. The first biggest subcategory that I want to talk about in home is bedding. So in bedding, we see 3 product types that are major players. One is bed sheets, pillow covers, and mattress protectors. Bed sheets typically come in 250 to 500 price range with brands like D-Decor or there. At the same time, we have lot of private labels where sellers have seen a great success here by offering a very quality products at the right price points for the customers. So that has helped us to grow this subcategory. Right now, we are trending at 100% year-on-year growth in this subcategory, and in Prime Day, we have seen a 4 times spike over the month of July. So that's why we are very hopeful that in Diwali we are expecting a spike of 5 times than what we see in September. Yeah. Moving on to the second subcategory, it's home storage. So home storage is something where people used to organize their home. It includes product types like wall shelves, shoe organizers, bathroom organization, wardrobes that are collapsible, laundry baskets, closet organization, hangers, storage boxes, bathroom buckets, dustbin, garbage bags, and drying boards and racks. So this subcategory, again, with people staying at home, they want to have a very organized home, which has helped us to see a 3 times spike during Prime Day with a year-on-year growth of 70%. And we are expecting a 4 times spike during Diwali. So this product typically comes in the average selling point, which we have not mentioned it as ASP here, are between 250 to 500, and within that wall shelf some 1000 to 1200, shoe organization between 750 to 1000. So all these price points are the price points range where we see lot of customers purchase happening. While we see a lot of orders at higher above this price point as well. Laundry organization typically comes at 2000 plus, and the top brands in these subcats are Cello, Nyasa, Joyo, Story at Home, and we also have a lot of private labels owned by our seller partners who are successful in building up this category and their orders. Moving on to the third subcategory, it is furnishing. All the home furnishing that we make, like curtain linen, kurtas, cushion covers, carpets, aprons, comforters, and duvets. So the ASP of these subcategories include like curtain and linen, it will be 250 to 750. Furnishing ranges from 250 to 500. Aprons 250 to 500. Carpets comes at a higher price, obviously 2000 plus. And this subcategory is kind of dominated by the seller label. And we are seeing a year-on-year growth of 110% here, which is 2.1 times. And very happy to share that this subcategory has seen a 7 times growth in Prime Day. And in Diwali also, we are expecting a much higher spike of 5x. So on all this year-on-year spike discussion that I'm talking about, I have taken August month comparing with the previous year August month. And on the Prime Day spike, it is, Prime Day was 6th and 7th August. That we are comparing with the average of average sales during the month of July. And this period, whatever mentioned, is constant for all the data points for your reference. Moving on to the next set of subcategories within home, we have home decor, which includes idols, showpieces, photo frames, diya, puja thali, hookah, vase, artificial flowers, and wood mandir. Typical price point range of decor accents fall between 250 to 750. Photo frames between 250 to 750, and we see a lot of private labels or seller labels dominating this subcategory, where they offer a lot of unique products to our customers. And as you all know, when we enter Diwali, which will be our gifting season, we will see a lot of these subcategories seeing a spike. So we have already seen a 140% spike in August year on year. And Prime Day saw a 2x spike, but in Diwali we are expecting an accelerated spike of 4x in the subcategory. Moving on to wall art, where posters, wall stickers, wall decals, paintings, art prints, and wall hangings will come. The price range of these subcategories, wall decals will be 150 to 400. Paintings will be 250 to 500. And again, here also it's kind of seller labels or the private brands of painters. We are seeing 110% year on year with the Prime Day spike at 1.5 times, and Diwali we are expecting 4x. Moving on to the next, which are candles and fragrances, which include jar candles, tea light candles, votive candles, candle holders, oil burners, aroma diffusers, and scented aroma oil. The ASP ranges for candles 250 to 500, home fragrances 250 to 500. And this is also a lot of seller labels where sellers bring their own brands and they are successful here. So here we are seeing 190%, or it's actually 2.9 times of what we did last year. And Prime Day also we have seen a 3 times of spike. And in Diwali we are expecting 15 times of spike. The reason being that during Diwali people will buy a lot of this candles and oil burners, candle holders, etc. to decorate their houses. So that's why we are expecting a 15 times spike during Diwali. Moving on to the fourth subcategory in this slide, which is clocks. Clocks, we have digital clocks, analog clocks, and alarm clocks. And we have antique clocks, which people just use it as a home decor. Here again, we see in the month of August, we have seen a very soft growth of 20% year on year. But during Prime Day, we have seen a 5 times, and in Diwali, we are expecting again a 5 times. So this category also, we have seen typically a gifting behavior with our customers during Diwali season. The price range typically falls between 300 to 600, And the top brands include Ajanta, Oreva, Seiko, and all the other private labels or the seller labels that we have on our platform. Moving on to the next slide within home. So in this slide, I have covered lighting and arts and crafts. So in lighting, we have LED bulbs, LED tube lights, smart bulbs, which are Wi-Fi enabled or Alexa enabled, and emergency lights, torches, panel lights, and floodlights. So this subcategory is seeing a year-on-year growth of 80%, and we have seen a 7x spike during Prime Day, and in Diwali we are expecting an 8 times spike. The price range of LED bulbs is 500 to 750, and smart bulbs is 400 to 600. Emergency light is from 500 to 750, and the top brands in this space is Philips, Wipro, Cisco, and Halo. Moving on to decorative lighting, which again comes as a part of home decor. Here we have string lights, which will spike a lot during the Diwali with people decorating their houses. Clip lights, rope lights, chandeliers, pendant lights. So here we are in the month of August itself, we have seen 2.3 times of last year, or 1 plus 130%. And on Prime Day, we have seen a 6 times spike versus July. And in Diwali, we are expecting a 9 times growth. I mean, obviously during Diwali, people would like to buy string lights to decorate their houses. Moving on to the lamps, where we have table lamps, wall lamps, floor lamps, desk lamps, and lamp shades. Here we are seeing a 160% year-on-year growth, and we have seen a 3 times spike during Prime Day. And Diwali, we are expecting a spike of 4 times. The price range that we see here is table lamps between 750 to 1000, wall lamps are 300 to 700, desk lamps is 300 to 700, and the brands in this product type includes both the head brands like IKEA, Philips, at the same time the private labels or the seller labels. Moving on to the last subcategory for the discussion today under home is arts and crafts, which includes sewing kits, craft supplies, paint brushes, colors, and DIY art kits, which is do-it-yourself art kits. Here we are seeing a lot of private labels or our seller labels creating success and offering a lot of innovative products for our customers. Moving on to kitchen, where I'll start with small appliances. So in small appliances, the biggest subcategory that we are expecting a spike is iron, which includes dry iron, steam iron, and heavyweight iron. Here we have ASP range for dry iron ranging from 200 to 450, steam iron from 600 to 1000, and this includes lot of head brands at the same time private labels. Head brands like Usha, Orient, Bajaj, Crompton have their own range, and we have a lot of seller labels who are successful in this subcategory. Year-on-year spike is 140%, and Prime Day we have seen a 6 times of spike. In Diwali we are expecting an 8 times spike. In spite of people staying at home, we have seen a 140% spike year-on-year in August. So we are expecting that as people move, they will just buy this for preparing themselves with their garden. Moving on to flat grills. Flat grills include the induction cooktops, radiant induction, and induction. So here the price range for 1.2 kV kilowatt product is from 1000 to 1300, and 1600 watt range is from 1300 to 1700. And the top brands are Citron and the other regional brands. Here we are seeing a year-on-year spike of 96% or 2 times of last year. Prime Day we have seen a 7 times spike, and in Diwali we are expecting an 8 times spike. Coming on to the hand blenders, where we have sauteers and blenders. Here we have price range of the branded products from 600 to 2500, and private labels at 500 to 1000. And the top brands are brands like Mossy Richards. At the same time, we have a lot of private labels who have a very significant share in this subcategory. Year-on-year spike, we are seeing 136% or 2.4x. Prime Day, we have seen 7 times. And Diwali, we are expecting 8 times spike. Moving on to juicers, We have slow juicer, cold press juicer, and electric juicer. Here the price ranges from 600 to 1000, and it is dominated by these seller labels or the private labels. We have seen a year-on-year of 40 percentage, but Prime Day we have seen 9x spike. So we are hopeful of 8%, 8 times spike during Diwali. Moving on to the home appliances section. The first thing which comes is heaters, where heaters, as we enter into the winter season, uh, water heaters is going to spike a lot. Though we have seen a 50% year-on-year spike in August, in Prime Day we have seen 13 times of spike. So due to the seasonal demand and the seasonality of this subcategory, we are expecting 15 times spike during Diwali. So this includes geysers, water heaters, immersion rods, and storage heaters. So in water heaters, it's two instant heaters and storage heaters. Typically 3 and 5 liter come under instant, and 10, 15, and 25 come under storage. The price range is somewhere between 1,700 to 2,000 for a 1 liter instant heater and 2,000 to 2,500 for a 3 liter. Storage water heaters range from 4,000 to 5,000 for 15 liter and above 5,000 for a 25 liter. Immersion rods are come at low ASP from 300 to 1,000. Here we have both head brands, regional brands, and the seller labels. Moving on to fans. Fans, you might be wondering that this is a summer seasonal category, but that's not. We see demand for this category throughout the year. It includes ceiling fan and table fan. We have seen a year-on-year spike of plus 95 percentage or 2 times in August, and Prime Day we have seen 6 times. So we are expecting 8 times spike during Diwali. Here the ASP of table fan is from 800 to 3,000, and ceiling fan ranges from 1,000 and it goes up to 6,000 and even beyond in some cases. The top brands here are Kaiton, Orpat, Animos, and Active. Moving on to the third one, which is stabilizers and inverters. Here we are seeing a 75% growth year on year, and Prime Day we have seen 6 times spike. During Diwali we are expecting an 8 times spike. ASP is very wide, that's why I didn't mention it here, but the top brands are Godrej, Savomoto, V-God, and the other regional brands. Moving on to the kitchen and dining part, kitchen non-appliances, which include cooktop, cookware, kitchen storage organizers, bakeware, kitchen tools, and all the tabletop dinner sets, etc. I will cover only the two subcategories here, since it's the list of subcategories is too huge here. You can go through Seller Essentials. In cookware, it includes pots and pans, kadais and woks, frying pans, tawa, pressure cooker, and saucepan. Here we are seeing 150% year-on-year spike. With Prime Day, we have seen a 6 times spike. And in Diwali, we are expecting 10 times spike because this will be a gifting season where customers tend to buy this and gift this product for their families and friends. Price range of pots and pans comes from 500 to 1,500, and kadais from 300 to 800, and cooker from 2,000 to 5,000. We are seeing the demand for all type of materials, right from aluminum, stainless steel, or a hardened adult. The top brands that comes in this subcategory is Hawkins, Pigeon, Prestige, Revlon. At the same time, we have a lot of seller labels focusing in this category. Moving on to the last subcategory in this in this category, kitchen, which is bakeware. I mean, all of you know that when during this work from home or stay at home period, a lot of our customers want to spend their time doing something at their leisure, that's why we have seen a huge spike in bakeware. So if you see the year-on-year spike is 500%, which is like 6x of what we did last year. And in Prime Day, we saw 2 times of spike over and above the 6x. So it's technically 12x. And in Diwali, again, we are expecting a 5 times of growth. Bakeware includes all these accessories, baking sheets, oil brushes, molds and tins, bakeware sets, and mixing bowls. The ASP range from 200 to 1,600, and the top brands are Alda. At the same time, we have a lot of private labels, seller labels who are manufacturing in India and then selling their products for our customers. Moving on to the next category, which is home improvement. Home improvement, let's go to the first subcategory, which is bath hardware, which includes all the accessories that we use in bathrooms like towel rack, soap holders, shower filter, health faucet, and wall fixture. ASP range from 250 to 1,750. The top brands are Hinware, Cera, Kohler, and private labels. Year-on-year growth is 83% here, and Prime Day we have seen a 3 times spike, and in Diwali we are expecting a 6 times spike based on our historic trends in this subcategory. Moving on to the cleaning supplies, which includes mopping, cleaning gloves, wipes, and dusters and brooms. Here we are seeing a 250% year-on-year spike, or 3.5 times of last year. And Prime Day we have seen 3.5 times spike over that, and in Diwali we are expecting a 7 times spike. ASP ranges from 250 to 2000, and the top brands are Gala, Prestige, Scotch-Brite, and other private labels. Moving on to the security systems for under home improvement, it includes all the biometric devices, safes, and safes like the digital lockers and the home security. Here we are seeing a 40% spike. At the same time, we have seen 2 times of spike during Prime Day, and in Diwali we are expecting a spike of 3 times. The price range from 1,800 to 5,500, and the brands are Mantra, Saffron, Moscow, Godrej, and the other private labels. Moving on to the next subcat, cord and power management. Uh, Here we are seeing 100% spike growth year on year, and Prime Day 2.5 times, and in Diwali we are expecting 5 times of spike. Price range from 250 to 500 with brands like Anchor, Super, GM, Havels, and private labels. So this is something typically where we ask our electrician to go to shop and get it. With the current ongoing scenario, customers tend to buy it online and then they use their electrician to install. Moving on to the next subcat, which is power tools, which includes power and hand tools, toolkits, drills, and glue guns. Here we are seeing a 75% year-on-year growth with Prime Day at 2 times of normal business days, and in Diwali we are expecting a 5 times. The range from 250 to 3,500 is the price range, and the top brands are Bosch, Black& Decker, and we also have a lot of seller labels who are successful in this subcategory. Moving on to the last subcategory in this home improvement category, or ladders and hardware, where we have Godrej and a lot of private labels with ASP range from 250 to 2,200. We are seeing a 68% year-on-year spike with Prime Day at 2 times spike and Diwali projected spike is 4 times. Moving on to lawn and garden, the first one is pest control, which includes mosquito nets, plant protection sprayers, fly swatter, and insect and rodent control. Here we are seeing a 120% year-on-year spike. With winters and monsoons being there, we will see a lot of demand for mosquito nets, and that is only increasing the demand for the subcategory. Prime Day we have seen a 2 times spike, and in Diwali we are expecting a 6.5 times spike. That for the reason that I mentioned. And the price ranges from 250 to 1,000. And the top brands are All Out, Goodnight, Mortine, and a lot of other private labels who play in the insect control and mosquito net sub area. Moving on to the planters and gardening tools. Here we have seen 189% year-on-year growth, and on Prime Day we have seen 2.2x, and in Diwali we are expecting 4.5x. This is completely dominated by the private labels with the price range from 250 to 1,000. And we also have water pumps with top brands like Kirloskar and Prompter. Then we have interesting subcategory here, which is live plants, seeds, and fertilizer. Here the price ranges from 200 to 600, and this is completely dominated by the private labels. We are seeing 126% year-on-year spike. With Prime Day, we have seen a 2 times spike, and then again in Diwali, we are expecting 3.5 times. Moving on to outdoors within lawn and garden, here we have renewable energy sources like solar panels, solar inverters, and solar lights and gadgets, where we have seen a 70% year-on-year spike with 3 times spike in Prime Day and 4.9x in Diwali. The top brands are Microtech, Luminous. At the same time, we have a lot of seller labels who are playing in solar lighters and gadgets category. The price range from 2,800 to 30,000 in solar panels, 400 to 900 in solar lights, and 1,600 to 3,000 in inverters. Moving on to outdoor power tools, which includes all the tools that we use for outdoor, like chainsaw, pole saw, string trimmer, etc. Here we have seen a year-on-year spike of 82%. Prime Day was 2x, and Diwali projected spike was 5.3. Moving on to the last subcategory in this, which is outdoor living. That includes all these charcoal grills or the barbecue grills, picnic lunch bags, and inflatable pools and spa and sauna supplies. Here we are seeing a 240% year-on-year growth. Prime Day we have seen 2.5x, and in Diwali we are seeing expecting a 4.4x. Here we see a lot of big brands like Prestige or the Prestige Barbecue, and we have price range from 1,100 to 2,300, lunch bags starting from 300, and inflatable pools from 2,000 to 4,000. Uh, yeah, this is something which people tend to buy and make use of their stay at home. So that's why we are expecting a much accelerated spike in this subcategory. Moving on to sports. Sports includes sporting goods and the fitness equipment. So the first subcategory under this is treadmills. So in treadmills, we have motorized treadmills with manual or auto installation and with installation support. The average selling price is 17,500, and we have lot of seller brands playing in this subcategory. And I mean, as you all know, being a stay at home, being a new normal, we are seeing a lot of customers who were once going to gym started using treadmills, and that's why we are seeing a 130% spike, 130% growth year on year. And Prime Day we have seen an 8 times spike for the reason that I said. And in Diwali we are expecting a 10 times of spike. And whoever, I mean, as you all know, like whoever wants to take a New Year resolution, and all of them will make use of this time to get great deals on their purchases. The next one is again exercise bikes, which comes under fitness equipment. Here we have private labels with the ASP of 5,600 and 117% year-on-year growth. Prime Day we have seen 7 times, and in Diwali we are expecting a 9 times. Right. Coming on to the cycles, adult cycle, which we call it as 26-inch adult cycle, which has both single speed and multi-speed. Here the top brands are Hero, Hercules, Frost, Cosmic, Firefox, and also we have a lot of sellers with their own brands. The price range of branded products is from 6,000 to 19,000, and for private labels it is from 5,000 to 14,000. We have seen a year-on-year spike of 120%, and Prime Day we have seen 3.2x, and in Diwali we are expecting 5.5x. Moving on to the kids cycle version under the cycling category. This is 12 inches to 16 inches kid cycle, typically 4 to 7 years of range. Here we have a lot of private labels. At the same time, the headbands that we saw in adult cycles. The price range is from 1,700 to 5,000. Here also we are seeing same 120% year-on-year growth with Prime Day at 3.5x, and Diwali we have seen a 7 times. Coming on to the fitness equipment again, we have electrical cross trainers where we have lot of private labels and imported selection from ranging from 13,000 to 19,000. We have seen 105% year-on-year growth, and on Prime Day we have seen a 5.4x spike. In Diwali we are expecting a spike of 3 times. This is again fitness and where people can make use of their stay at home tenure. Moving on to the dumbbells and weights, which includes dumbbells, which are both PVC and rubber. At the same time, home gym set, which is again PVC and imported. Here we have a lot of regional brands and private labels who are working towards reducing their delivery timelines to the customers, so that the customers are also able to get the product much quicker. And at the same time, we are also supporting our customers and our seller partners with installation support, and how can we guide the customers on installation. Here we have seen 453% year-on-year growth, or 5.5 times of last year, for the same reason that I just mentioned. On Prime Day we have seen a 3 times spike, and in Diwali we are expecting a spike of 6 times. Moving on to the next fitness subcategory, which is toning tubes, resistance bands, gym mats, yoga mats, and fitness accessories. Here we have seen a 300% year-on-year growth in August, and on Prime Day we have seen 2.5 times of spike, and in Diwali we are expecting 4.5 times. ASP is very wide since it includes right from yoga mats to all the resistance bands. So the head brand is Reebok, but at the same time we have several seller brands or the private labels who are successful in this subcategory. Moving on to the sporting goods, the few subcategories that I want to talk about here are badminton. badminton rackets and accessories, where the head brands are Yonex and Luni. The price range from 1,700 to 1,800. Here we have seen a 35% year-on-year spike, and on Prime Day we have seen 2.7x, and in Diwali we are expecting 4.5x. Moving on to the next subcategory is bags and kits, where Prime Day we saw 2x, and in Diwali we are expecting 4x. ASP ranges from 500 to 6,000 for bags, and for the kits from 2,000 to 10,000. Moving on to roller skates and skateboards. Here we have seen 85% spike. On Prime Day we have seen 2.2x, and in Diwali we are expecting 4x spike. The price range is 800 for skate, 9,000 rupees for skateboard, and the brands like Costco, Jonex are the head brands. At the same time, we do have a significant share of private labels in this subcategory. Uh, yeah, so I'll request Ashish to take over from here. Please feel free to ask your questions on whatever I have covered. I will take up your questions at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thanks, Deepak, for having a insightful session on different subcategories, starting from home, kitchen, sports, LNG, home improvements, etc. Now, I will get into the Diwali details. Before that, I will just take a 1 minute of your time. I will be back in a minute. Just hold on for a minute. Okay, so going with the flow, so as we are all ready for this Diwali, so there are few fundamental things that we need to take into account, which are very fundamental to any event. Even if during your offline market also, you do prepare certain things to get ready yourself for Diwali. So the first thing that we need to take care is inventory. Inventory is like a stock planning that we need to take into account. Inventory is as good as like you're keeping the stock with yourself, and it, yeah. So let me get into what we are talking for inventory for Amazon perspective. So inventory is whatever the products you're selling on Amazon in a multiple channels like easy ship, self ship, fulfilled by Amazon. So all the channels are supporting the inventory. What we are recommending you for Diwali is like you should have inventory in a best channel. Maximum top selling ASINs should be in the best of the best channel. That reports you can get it from Seller Central, reports, and then business report. Within this report, you will be able to find the top selling SKUs basis the last 30 days. So all those SKUs which are selling a maximum, you should make sure those ASINs those SKUs are in the best fulfillment channel. Just to answer your questions on fulfillment channels, there were multiple questions in the group, which is better, whether we should do FBA, whether we should do FC or easy ship. So to answer this question, the best fulfillment channel will be like which can deliver the product faster to the customers, and that will be the Amazon fulfillment center. So you need to send the top selling products to warehouse. And as we are not long ago from Diwali perspective, so you should plan your inventory and send as many as possible goods to directly to warehouses. If you are not registered for any of the warehouses, you need to apply for registration through Seller Central panel. Post registration, you can send the goods to Amazon warehouses. If you going next, let's say because of XYZ reasons you are not able to send the goods to Amazon FC, then the next best channel for sending the goods will be you can send the goods to you can keep the goods with yourself and you can get it fulfilled via EasyShip or self-ship channel. The third thing that there may be a situation where you are registered to multiple states and you want to send the goods to different states. Just to give you example, let's say you are based out of Delhi and you have registered FCs in Bangalore, Bombay. You can plan inventory and you should plan inventory and send the goods to these clustered. What will this will help your product to be closer to the customer during the event days, and we'll be able to fulfill the customer demand ASAP. So this will increase your sales conversion as well as overall business impact. Last thing that I want to inform all the audiences that there are a lot of seller reward program is currently has been activated from last 1 week, and it will be live till Diwali. For everyone's benefit, what is seller reward points? So seller rewards points are if you are doing some activity, let's say you are inbounding top selling ASINs in FCA, Amazon will reward you X amount of money per ASIN inbounded or per amount of sale. So request all of you to please go and check what is the promotion that has been activated and which is helpful for you, because this will help you in planning more and more inventory to warehouse or source inventory to your own fulfillment centers. Because this will incentivize you to make sure the top selling ASINs get sold through warehouses. And this seller reward points is activated from now till run up to the Diwali. So my ask to every one of you, please make use of this seller reward points. Yeah. Going, so what again, just before moving to next slides, I want to focus on drive focus for everyone is make sure your inventory part or the stock is getting sorted, because of the COVID related also we had some issues we come across on supply chain. So make sure if you have the inventory or of the stocks which are selling hot on Amazon, you are going to have a very successful event going forward. But if you don't have stocks ready with you or in warehouses, then there will be a challenge because you will be missing out on a huge opportunity. If just to remind you people, on the first part of the presentation we have focused, we are growing at a very faster rate post lockdown. So overall growth has moved 100% if we compare from January to August. So in last 6 months, what we are going to at 60% or on last 3 years, but now our growth has become 100% if you compare before lockdown and post lockdown. This means there are a lot of customers who are coming to Amazon and looking for products which can be delivered to their places. So this is a big opportunity for every one of us to make sure we are having the right set of inventory, right size set of products in enough quantity to fulfill the demand. So this is the one thought that I want to leave you on for these slides. Going forward, let's say we have built up the inventory. What are the things that we need to make sure that we need to do for the events? So the next things that we need to do is make sure we optimizes all the properties which are available on Amazon for showcasing our products. So this many of you might be aware of. This is called deals and promotions. Will have some coupons part on it. So let's first focus on the deals. So what is in it for you? So deal is a time-bound promotional offer where a product is featured for several hours on Amazon deals page. You must have seen on Amazon event also, if you go and see on deal page, you will see offer like this. So there are like MRP written, so some deal price will be there, claim ratio, how many people have claimed that part. So this is more, this is like you are putting something on deals, you are asking customers like this is a limited period offer, you need to cash in on. So customers gets attracted to those offers, and there's a high purchase, chances of a higher purchase. So these deals can be configured from your own end, from your own seller central. that I will come to on the there are stepwise processes are there that you can do. Just one point to note here, which is important point is key, any deal which you're going to configure, it will be charged. So whatever, because it's a paid property, so if you're putting up one deals, so it will be charged 149 rupees plus GST. So and this is charged for a day. So let's say if your deal is for a day, you will be to charge close to 175 rupees. So you should be putting only those products which are selling really good. So let's say you are having 100 products and top 5 products give you a sales of 80%, you should try to push these products because there's a higher chance these sorry, these products will have a more orders and you will have a more conversion. And as you're paying it, you don't want your paid money to go without any new conversion. Now for people who are new to deals, how you can configure deals through Seller Central, you need to go to Seller Central, go to Advertising tab, then there's a tab called Deals. There you'll have option to select products, create a new deal and select products. On there you will have a navigation button which is called Search Deals by ASIN. So you have your ASIN list ready. You just search for those ASIN and select that. Once you have selected that ASIN, second step involved in deal configuration is you need to schedule it. So scheduling can happen in the forward looking 1 week or 2 week or 3 weeks away. So as we have created this presentation 2 weeks back, so we can see we are getting a slots of September 14 to 20th. So you can configure a deal right now for 2 weeks ahead. Once you have configured the deal, then there's a thing you have to configure the deal quantity and discount. So even if you have 1,000 units of products, you would like to, let's say, put 100 unit only for a deal promotion. So you need to put that 100 unit or 10 unit. So minimum quantity is 10. So you have a 10 unit, 20 unit or 30 unit quantity, fix it in the committed quantity. Thereafter, you have another thing that you need to put is a discount per unit. So what is the discount that you want to provide? So this is very important. So at least there is a certain guardrails before configuring any deals. So you need to keep a deal price a bit lower than what is your regular selling price, so that it should it should look like a deal, or it should incentivize customers to buy more. So there is a certain guardrails depending on category to categories. Like somewhere it is for minimum 5% below the average selling price, or there's a fixed amount that you need to discount per unit. Just for simplicity, let's taking 5%. So if you have a product which is priced at 100 rupees, when we are putting a deal, please make it 95 or 94. Then only deal will go through. So once the last step involves in the deal configuration, once you have configured the deal quantity and deal unit, is to submit the button, and you will have a preview slides where you can see how the deal will look like. So this is an important property. It's not only during the sales, but even beyond the sales. If you are having a top selling product where you're getting a good traction from the customers, please configure certain units in the deals, because it will give you a more volume per day on per day sales. Now, second properties in deals and promotions is the coupons. So this is a very fairly simple properties that we use to drive more conversion from the customers who are coming to your products but not buying your products. So you must have noticed in your Seller Central account, or you can go and have a deep dive, have a detailed input there, that you have, let's say, 100 of products, but you must have seen there are only few products which are getting sales, but the other products are not getting sales, or the other products have a lesser sales. It can be multiple scenarios. So why it's happening? There can be multiple reasons. One of the reason, people are not looking at those products. Second thing, people are looking at those products, but they're not buying the product. So coupon is a property which can able to bridge the gap for the second part, where the people are coming to the pages, but they're not buying the product. That means they are not finding the prices or delivery mechanism right. So what you can do to incentivize customer at the last stage, when he is on the product display page, but he is not able to complete the purchase. So for those products where you have a lesser conversion or lesser sales basis the customers viewing the product, you can configure coupon. Now let me go through how to configure the coupon and how it looks like. So there's a detailed videos also around coupon. You can search within the Seller Central. Then there's a four-step process how you can configure the coupon. We'll go through it one by one. So once you are on the coupon page, you need to search your products ASIN or SKU, add it one by one, add to coupon. That, as you can see from the slides, that you have started adding the coupon. Then the next slides, that's talking about how you can configure the coupon. So coupon can be configured in two parts. One is the money off or a percentage off. So money off is like you have a fixed amount of money, 25 rupees, 30 rupees that you can have off, or a percentage, 5%, 10% you can make it off. Then you can also have a budget, like 1,000 rupees will be the budget for the entire duration. So that you will have a 1,000 rupees budget for the entire coupon event. You can put a title, say 100 rupees on coupon, or say 5% on coupon. Then you can have a start date and end date. And then it's look like say 5% on Rakhi product. You can then collect coupon. Now, last part is of our presentation is just before moving into last PPT, just want to summarize what we have discussed right now. We have discussed the business unit growth and the opportunity that we are growing over the period of time, and right now we are witnessing a surge in the growth. Then we discussed at a 5 category level insights how each of these categories are doing. Then what are the fundamentals for getting yourself ready for the event? So two fundamentals we have already discussed. What the most critical is the inventory, that you need to make sure you have the products with you either at your place or Amazon warehouses inbounded for faster delivery to customers. Then the second is you have goods on deals and coupons. Then the last thing that we can do, right, which is one of the core fundamental, and I've seen a lot of questions on the sellers chat box, like how to increase the visibility of my products. So this is the tool that will help you to make sure your products are visible to a lot more customers, and a lot of people are looking at your products and they are making the purchase decision. So this is called advertising. In Amazon terminology, we call it sponsored products. So let's go get into sponsored products. So sponsored products, let's say, as we are going, let's say we are selling bed sheets. So we want to see how, as a customer, if we search for a bed sheets, how it looks like. So bed sheets will be, you will be searching, the customer will coming and searching bed sheets. Then on top of the results, you will see a lot of banners like sponsored, 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 and then there are organic results. There are results which are not because of any ads. They are organically coming. They are coming on its own. So our discussion is on the first part, what is coming on the first part, which is written like a sponsored. So there are a lot of brand spaces, Amazon brand, Hiansi home furnishing. So even you also be advertising, your brands also be coming here. So this is making a key impact on how the customer is going to purchase your product. So because there are lakhs and lakhs of bed sheets are already there on Amazon. So how you can make sure that when customer is searching for bed sheets, your product comes into the first page or second page or third page. So that it can happen organically. Just to elaborate on organically, it depends on a multiple factor. What was your sales ratio in the last 30 days? How you are fulfilling the products, whether you are delivering the products 1-day delivery, 2-day delivery. Then what is your sales rank of your each of the SKU ASINs? So these are factors impact the organic searches. Then there's the inorganic search that is driven by sponsored ad. So if any customer is bidding for a bedsheet keyword, you are bidding for the same bedsheet word and you are winning the bid and you are coming at the top. So that way you can influence the customer searches. Now coming to next. So on detail how to configure the advertising, how to configure the sponsored ads, you can navigate to Seller Central, Campaign Manager, start with a campaign, set up a basic campaign and go through it. So what key things that sponsored ads is going to impact? It's a product discovery, targeted searches, product visibility, and the cost is minimal. Why we are saying cost is minimal? Because you are only paying when the customer is clicking the product. It's not also on looking the product. Until unless customer is clicking on your product, then only you're going to be charged. So this is completely different from how the offline worlds operate. Here you are charged only when the customer clicks the products. For the new sellers who have never done a sponsored ad on Amazon, they can navigate through this tab and they will see there are certain free credit already allocated from the Amazon, just to make sure, because on the first time you don't know how to configure and there may be some mistakes happens, and all to cover up that and to just get you the first taste of how it works. There's a free credit also within your account. You can check it. It has some expiry date that by that point of time you need to utilize it. Otherwise, you won't be able to use it. Now going to into penultimate slide, that what are the things, key things that you can focus in sponsored ads during the event. So this is not for the regular day to day. And most of you might be aware on this part also, but for the new audience, we want to inform who might be participating for the first time in Diwali. So these are the 4 things that any successful advertiser on Amazon needs to look into. The first thing is like you should never go out of budget. So every campaign, as I told you, you need to set up budget. And even if you go into the detail of what is advertising and all, you'll find you have to set daily budget. To make sure whenever we are running the event, once the dates are out, you may configure that the budget should be 2x or 3 times more than what you are regularly advertising. Secondly, while configuring the campaign, you need to bid for the particular keywords. So there is a suggested bid comes whenever you are setting up a campaign. So make sure you are bidding on a very high for or at par with the suggested bid. So that, because there will be multiple competitors for a bedsheet like keywords, there are so many competitors. Everyone wants to bid on bedsheet. But if you want to win the bedsheet at any cost, then you have to make sure you bid accordingly. Then third thing, which does not cost you anything, it has to be entered while listing the products, or you can go right now also and modify your listing. So for every in every catalog, there is a search keywords things that we need to put in, that you can go and put it by putting it edit button, edit listing, and enter the keywords. And you can have up to a character limit of 200 words. Just to give you, for you have a 100 thread count, bed sheets. What all keywords should be there for those product listings? So you can put in the listing that it's a bed sheet, cotton, linen, its size is king size, queen size. So if the customer is searching for all those keywords, your product will pop up first, or chances of popping up first will be high. Last thing is, like, you should not run only campaign during the event. You should run campaign a bit earlier to the event also, and post the event also, because the customer do searches before getting into the event, because there are a lot of promotion we will be doing. So the customers will be knowing what all offers are there, what are products are there, and they will be creating their wish list. So that's why you make sure you have some budget for pre-event and some budget post-event. Well, there are a lot of people who might have missed the event, or they might have not been able to purchase for any other XYZ reason, and they're coming back to platform for buying the product. You need to make sure you should run the campaign during running pre and post the event, and obviously you should focus on during the event. So this is all from our side as of now. We'll have 10 to 15 minutes for a Q&A. I will hand it over right now to Malvika for a 2-minute pause, and then we'll have a Q&A session starting.
Thank you so much, Ashish and Deepak, for addressing the sellers. So, sellers, we see that a lot of you are already asking questions, and in the next 1 to 2 minutes, like Ashish said, we will be starting off with the Q&A. Because of time constraint, we will be taking the Q&A for just minutes from now. So do post in all your questions, and I see that most of them are already started to reply with the answers. So do bring in your question, and we'll try answering as many as possible. Rest of it we will try taking it offline. But for now, we will try answering all the questions that are available here.
So there's a questions how we can increase our sales. It's a very generic question. So just to answer to that questions, there are multiple things that we need to do for making sales, increase our sales. Is like first is like you should have a best listings on Amazon. Then you should have an inventory in place for the event. You should have your sponsored ads campaigns build up. You should have configured the products on coupons or deals. So that way you will be able to capture the entire customer journey starting from the search to purchase. So these are the basic fundamentals that any sellers or any product listing has to do. So there's another question: how to participate in the sale. So so by Pooja is asking. So everyone or every seller on Amazon by default is participating in the sale. So even you don't have to do anything additional to participate in the sale. By default, everybody's products will be on offer, and additional discounts and whatever the Amazon is promising to the customer, it will be there. What you need to do when there's a sale period, how you can optimize your sales, you make your business 2x, 3x, is by making sure you have the products at the best price for the customer. You have the best of, you have enough quantity in stocks in warehouses at your places. In the best scenario, I will advise to keep in Amazon warehouses because it will have a faster delivery to the customer. You are making sure your products are visible to the customer. You have a best price compared to the any other websites or even on the offline world, and you provide some coupons and deals to the customers. So you don't need to do anything extra to participate in the sale. Everyone by default are the participant. Then let me go to the last, how to participate in the sale. After I will just take on the question specific to the, can I add discounts on quantity? Yes, so you can add discounts on quantity. This is called B2B pricing. So within, everyone can see within the seller central panel, you can have a discount. Let's say you want to have a 10 unit, somebody wants to purchase 10 units, you can have a 5% off, and accordingly you can go forward. So this you can definitely do, because during Diwali we have a lot of gifting option also. A lot of corporates and the business teams look for the bulk buying. So you can have that option enabled in your panel. Again, the question is, people are asking, can they get the slides? I think yes, you can. You will be receiving the slides over your mail. So nothing to worry on that part. You can go at your convenience and take details. Again, yeah, so there's a, for DS it is paid, you said rupees inclusive GST per product will be charged. It is per product, so will be yeah, so just, yeah, again re-clarifying. So even if there is no sale, you'll be charged. So it's like putting a billboards or putting your banner at some prime properties. It is equivalent to that only. So that's why I keep reminding you should only put those products which has a high chances of sales or which are already doing lot of sales. So like if you're selling 10 units of that products or 100 units of that product, those products only be put on the sale. If you are not getting any sale for that product, please don't put on deals or don't try to put it on deals, because that 200 rupees you should invest in making the products getting more search through sponsored ads and coupons, putting it on coupon. Because it's a paid property, we very cognizant of that. So again, reiterating, 149 plus GST is per product per day. Okay, there's one question is ACOS. So ACOS is advertising cost to sales. So just to give you example, let's say you have put a investment in advertising 100 rupees and you got a sale of 1000 rupees. So ACOS will be 10%. So that is the definition of ACOS. So whatever the amount you're putting in investment, how much you are able to generate the sale. Can I keep my products in all FBA warehouses? Yes, you can keep the product in all Amazon warehouses. So Amazon has a presence in more than 15 of states in all across India. But there are certain guidelines. It's like first you need to go and check on Seller Central. There's a process involved. You need to have your GST for all those states. You need to add Amazon warehouses. And there are multiple other steps followed. You can start doing that. We have a running seller reward points also for the same. If you're registering in multiple states, please do check on that. So the next steps for those things, just search for FBA registration in Seller Central. You will get a more detailed input. So that is, I think, all the question. I think I hope I have answered most of the questions. There are certain questions on the listings. I think I have answered it earlier also. You can check for G10 exemption in Seller Central. Just a single piece of advice to everyone on the call. For most of the thing, we have a very enriched content and a detailed content on Seller Central. So post login, if you are saying, let's say anything that you are finding it you don't know, or you want to know a more detail, just please search with the right set of keywords. Like if you want to know about FBA, please search for Amazon Fulfillment Center. If you want to search for listings, so you catalog and use those words. Jitin, if you want to apply for brand registry, you please put that brand registry. You'll have an entire detail. We have enabled certain videos also to take you through for each of the program and product. Yeah. So I think that's all from our side. Post this presentation, you will receive few questions. One is definitely on the how we did on the presentation and all. Apart from that, we want to see if you want any help in configuring the deals, you can reply by yes or no. Or second is if you need any help in inbounding the products into Amazon Fulfillment Center, Amazon warehouses, if you're facing any issue like appointment or storage, you can just reply for both the question either in yes or no with your contact details, email ID. Our team will reach back to you and try to help you as much possible. And this PPT will be shared with you. On just a closing note, as we discussed in starting, we covered 5 categories from our business unit. 4 categories will be taken up with these fundamentals again on 22nd of September. You might have received this webinar link for registration. Please do register. The categories which will be covered in that webinar will be large appliances, furniture, we have industrial supplies and automotive category. So these large appliances, furniture, all these 4 categories are very critical for the event perspective, and you'll get detailed insights for each of these categories. Do join, and if anything has been missed out from this webinar, you can take it up definitely there also or in the feedback. That's all from my side, Malvika. You can take over from here.
Sure. So with that, sellers, we will be closing the session for now. Thank you so much for attending today's session. Thank you, Deepak and Ashish, for addressing the sellers and sharing some of the best practices. It was a great session that we had today. With that, thank you, sellers, for your questions, and I hope many of them were answered. I hope you all got the insights of what we were trying to tell you all about the preparedness of the Great Indian Sale that we have upcoming. With that, we will be ending today's session. Thank you for attending, and you all have a good day going forward.